Hi everyone, this is Nina from Rafaela Soul Sessions. I wasn't going to pop on today, but I was making my lunch in the kitchen and my higher self's just like, go and make a video, go and make a video. So here I am. I don't really know what they want me to say or share, but I guess it's just really share my experience lately and whatever messages I feel important to share from sessions or just from the general collective planetary world energies that are coming up right now. I feel like this is absolutely the time that my higher self and my team was warning me about the end of last year. They said to me in a session, and I remember it so vividly because I remember when the words came through me as my higher self, it physically ran through my body like this was the truth. And it was when my higher self said 2020 was training and 2021 the training wheels come off. Like 2020 was just it was just like the playground compared to what's coming and what's here now currently. We really are in a time of endurance, and even those of us who are on an awakened or spiritual path or an enlightened path or are aware of the things that have been taking place in our world. Even for us, it really is a test of patience and endurance, and we feels very much like we are getting into a time when things are escalating, but are going to continue to escalate at a rate that is kind of mind-blowing. It's just, you take a step back and you kind of go, what the fuck is going on? Really is. And I know for myself it's felt very, very very intense, but in a way it's like where you're physically exhausted, and I think it is designed that way. I think it is designed to wear us out. And it's funny to think, we all made the soul contract to come here. Hi, Mowgli. Excuse me. I'm sure my viewers really don't want to see your bum. Can we just move? Can we go this way? Thank you. Sorry, everyone. When Mowgli wants attention, he gets attention. What was I saying? Were you just confirming what I was saying to the point where I've now forgotten it? Yeah, it really has been designed that way to test all of us, not just with what's happening externally, but to test us internally with how much we can actually endure. And it's there's not a single part of our lives that hasn't been affected in some way or another. And it feels almost like things are encroaching into our lives even further and even more. And it's all very much designed that way. But I have this sense of when I feel into the future energies, when I feel into the coming years from now, I just feel this kind of warmth and excitement and anticipation for what will be birthed from this time. And I have to stay very respectful of everybody's soul contracts, you know, the contracts that we've all made for this life and what we've decided on and what our free will, you know, really means. And it's hard to do, but especially when so many of us care so deeply, it's hard to accept what people have chosen for their lives. And yeah, what else do I want to say? I have been continuing to do sessions. I've been doing a lot of in-person sessions the past few months. More in-person sessions than I've ever done, which is beautiful and lovely. And also different. I'm still kind of getting used to doing the in-person because obviously it's in my space and I have my animals and it's like, it's different. It's different. It's not bad. It's just different. The sessions aren't different and the outcome of the sessions aren't different. And the energy is just as powerful and as beautiful. It's just the dynamic is slightly different because somebody is there with you in your space. And I would say I haven't really shared any of the actual journeys my clients have gone on because they've all been very, very personal, very personal journeys and very beautiful and powerful, transformative journeys through different lifetimes and different aspects of themselves that have come to show them these parts of them that need to be seen. There's been some fairy energy that's come through, which is, I love doing sessions where my clients are fairies because I've had a session myself where I was a pixie fairy type being. I had wings. I could fly if I wanted to. I just couldn't really be bothered. I was like a chicken. It's like they can fly, but so I relate so deeply to the energy of the nature spirit realms and the power and the joy and lightness and beauty that comes with these kind of experiences that people have. So I had a client who had a similar experience the other day, and it just filled me up with so much joy to see the joy on her face as she was seeing this aspect of herself and feeling the energy of what it's like for one of these beings to observe the human realm and how they feel about the human realm. And it's just so fascinating and interesting and really, really amazing to watch people reconnect with these parts of themselves. And when I was speaking to my client afterwards, she was talking about the 3D to 5D shift and what that will look like. And, you know, it's already very much underway. We can already feel that there's different realms happening on the same planet, but it felt to me very much like the fairy realm and the human realm. It's like they still exist in the same planet, but because they're vibrating at an entirely different frequency than we are, we can't see them anymore. And but we can feel them, and that's the thing. We're never able to switch off the feeling that we have when we're in a space that has fairy energy and nature spirit energy. It's undeniable. There's this magic and magnificence that fills you up when you're in the forest. Yeah, that's what I was saying to her, that this it's going to just be like another radio station. You're just turning the dial. It's interesting, fascinating. So that was a really lovely, lovely session. I'll not give any more information away about that, because that was and that's why I do the higher self messages for the collective, because I fully understand and understand how personal these sessions are for people and their journeys. And as a practitioner, I wouldn't want to be sharing these intimate or too intimate parts of sessions unless somebody specifically asks for their session to be shared, or if I feel there's something within the session that is going to be helpful for people to know. Otherwise, I don't think I could just keep sharing sessions. Just unconsciously just sharing people's sessions. I don't think I could do that, because I'm realizing how deep these journeys are going for people right now, and how deeply personal they are, and really beautiful. And that's why I try and put more emphasis to share publicly the collective messages, so that I am able to share something with you guys. And in saying that, if somebody comes to me and they're like, please just share whatever you want, I will do that. If somebody specifically requests that they would like their session shared, I'm happy to do that. The quantum evolution mentorships, I wanted to talk a little bit about them, because I'm having more people come to me for these mentorship programs. Now, they don't, when I say mentorship, I don't mean like just other practitioners who want mentored. I can do that for you. That's no problem. It's for everyone. It's for everybody who wants to dive really, really deep and go on a really powerful journey to connect with and integrate their higher self and heal, really, really heal. So I have a couple of clients who are on the mentorship programs at the moment. And they're so exciting and beautiful. It's so beautiful to be able to go on these sort of extended journeys with people, because as a practitioner, when I do these sessions with people, we connect on such a deep and beautiful level. There's almost a slight melancholy when the session's over, because we've connected so deeply. Even though it's been such an amazing, wonderful experience, there's almost a slight, oh, it's over. Not in a bad way, just in a, really loving the process and really enjoying sharing that space and that time with people. So when I get to do the mentorships when it's 3 or 5 sessions and we get to do the coaching stuff in between. It's so nice to be able to build those deep, beautiful connections with people and help them in this way. It's just such an amazing thing. So I have 2 options at the moment for those, and that is 3 or 5 sessions with the integrative coaching in between. And that's 2 hours of coaching call type sessions where we come together and we just unpack everything that happened during the session and how they're doing with it, how they're integrating it, and how that is looking and is shaping, who they are. And it's just helping them on their journey, really. And the coaching calls can be either one session or a couple of sessions. It's whatever feels right. And we can look into what wants to be explored next for their next journey. Because quantum healing sessions are, having one session is fabulous. But we can have more than one session, and we can dive deeper each time we go. They all look so different and beautiful. I've had, I think I've lost count how many sessions I've had now. I think it got to the stage where I didn't need to count anymore. I think it's over 10, but under 15. I think it's around that mark. And they're all just so amazing in their own way. And each time we go there, we go into a deeper space and we trust the process so much more. And the states of consciousness that can be reached as we continue to allow ourselves to go on these journeys, they're just incredible. I'm very easily now able to reach that 0 point state, that oneness, heart center state. And I say it to my clients and I say it to other practitioners. I wish everybody could feel what it feels like to be in that space, because it's such a powerful place to be. You can get there in meditation, and there's hints of it in our lives. We can have moments of clarity and peace and unity and bliss, but every time I've experienced that kind of state of consciousness, it has just been so completely profound and unique and healing, deeply healing. When you're in that space, there is no pain or trauma, there is no COVID, there is no human darkness. There is none of that exists. That's my lunch is ready. So when you go there and you feel that, and you embrace that and you integrate that feeling, you release anything that does not match that. And it's a really powerful place to be. And it's so beautiful when my clients go to that place as well, because I really relate to how that feels. And it's one of these things that when you go there, it's like you know what it is, because you feel it. And but you also, it feels so new every time. There's so many different angles of it that you can experience, and ways that you experience it, and feelings and sensations. It feels new every time, but yet so completely familiar, because it essentially is just our raw and natural state of just pure love and awareness. It's beautiful. So that's my little ramble about that. But I'm going to go and get my lunch. And I hope this has been in some way nurturing or nourishing or something. Just before I go, I want to share one message from a session that I facilitated last week. And it was my client. She's such a beautiful, beautiful lady. And I asked if there was a higher self message, and she immediately started humming and singing REM's song. What's the track again? It's completely gone from my mind. It's The End of the World as We Know It. That's it. She immediately referenced that song. It's the end of the world as we know it, and I feel fine. And she said, her higher self said, everything is changing. Be ready for the change. The world as you know it is changing. Don't resist it. You cannot go back, because I think a lot of people are still feeling like we're going to go back to how things were before. And it's not. I think a lot of people are really hoping that. And I think there's going to be a lot of coming to terms with the fact that things are never going to be the same. We as humans are never going to be the same. They also said, don't be afraid, and that we are all one anyway, and that they, as in we, they've got us, we're held, and that we are to enjoy the ride, and that we are all so very, very special. So I thought I'd just share that little ditty from that session. And I listened to that song from REM whilst reading over those words, and it felt really poignant and powerful. So maybe go and listen to that song and feel what they were meaning. Anyway, I'm sending you all so much love. I hope you guys have a beautiful week. And if you feel like it's time for you to have a quantum healing hypnosis session, then you can get in touch with me at www.rafaelasoulsessions.com and send me a contact request, and we will get you all set up for a session or indeed a mentorship program. So I'm sending loads of love. Take care and speak soon. Bye.